Hello everyone, very good morning and good evening. Welcome to our SAP S4 Hana SAP SD demo session. I will quickly first go through, this is SD demo. I will quickly first take you through to the OTC cycle. And then I will also try to jump into the system and we will try to check the SAP system, that how the transactions happens in SAP system. Okay, so that you can have a little bit overview. You join this as SAP SD demo, at least some part you should be able to get in. Okay, so let's discuss here. The SAP OTC cycle, order to cash cycle. Now I need your involvement. Okay, and let me know if the OTC, order to cash cycle, need to start from where it should get started. From where the OTC cycle should get started. Quickly over the chat. If you don't know, ki bhaiya, I don't have any idea, I came here for the learning, put an I. Quotation, pre-sales, inquiry, order, order to cash, purchase request, quotation, inquiry. Ki bhaiya, the process will only start from customer, जो कष्ट से मरता है. Customer, the process will start from customer, right? So customer will give something or customer will approach us. And based on that approach only, we would be going ahead and doing something, right? Customer send us a inquiry that he wants to purchase a specific product. And then in result of this approach, customer approaching to us, we create an inquiry document. This inquiry document we create in the system, and believe me, you know that this OTC cycle, if people come and say, sir, I don't have much experience, I just ask the question around the OTC cycle. And people would not be able to answer very basic things also, which I would be covering a little bit now and more when we go in detail. Right? So the inquiry, customer came up that, yeah, I want to buy this car, and he has sent the inquiry to us, and we have registered the inquiry in our system. And then in return, what customer wants basically? Customer wants, boss, give me the confirmation. Can you deliver it? If you can deliver it, what would be the price you would be delivering it? So we take the reference of inquiry and we create a quotation. In this quotation, we tell, ki bhaiya, this car, I can deliver it to you. And this would be the price. $50,000 would be the price, and I would be able to deliver it to you. This quotation is sent back to the customer. Quotation is sent back to the customer. What would be the next document which will come into the picture? Quickly, on to the chat. Anyone who does not know, put NI. I want your fingers to work on the keyboard so that your mind become activate and your focus gets back into this session. What is the next document? Quickly, in the process, what is the next document? Very good, Naveen. It's purchase order. Customer with reference to this quotation would be giving us a purchase order. And with reference to this purchase order and with reference to this quotation, we would be creating a sales order. We would be creating a sales order in the system. So this is the part is known as a pre-sales. Inquiry, quotation, or sometime it goes till the sales order creation. This is called the pre-sales part. Now, you need to make a note that this is always in the OTC process. This part is optional. Creating an inquiry is optional. Creating a quotation is also optional. You can start your process directly from creating a sales order also. It depends whether the company wants the pre-sales process also in the system, then this will come. Or it will depend, in some scenario it will come, some scenario it will not come. Let's say if it is a new customer, then might be your pre-sales part will come into the picture. But it is an existing customer. Every week, every month, I am supplying to him continuously. Then why inquiry quotations are required? For every sales order, it does not ask us, right? How much, whether you will supply or what price. Once the price negotiation will happen, a contract would be built and we'll be supplying for next 1 year to him. So inquiry quotation will not come. In that case, directly sales order will come. Even that kind of basic question also, people struggle. When I ask them that what, as a consultant, you will suggest your client, in which case you need to go for inquiry and quotation, and in which case inquiry quotation should not come. People got blank. So these kind of questions you would be able to answer more when you have a more grip on the business process. When you have a more grip on the business process. Once the sales order is created, what would be the next step? Delivery. Khatam karo sir. Lamba kyun khechna? Delivery karo, khatam karo. Delivery, right? Before this, sales order also has a lot of steps in it. Sales order can have a credit management step in it. The credit can be checked. The credit management portion we cover in our excellence training. The sales order have a ATP check available to promise. We need to confirm to the customer. Quotation is not a confirmation. With the sales order, the purchase order, there would be specific date, 15th February ko, I need 500 quantity. But I am saying that, okay, 15th February, I am able to give you the 200, less 300, I would be able to give you by 1st March. So this confirmation, we need to send it back to the customer, isn't it? So that confirmation, ATP check, confirmations, making sure that incompletion check happened, the sales order is fully completed, schedule lines are confirmed, right? Those checks will come into the picture at the sales order level. Once those checks has been done, then we will be going into the next step. From sales order, we would be creating a delivery document. Why do we create a delivery document? What is the need of a delivery document? Pricing will come into the picture, sales order level. We need to ensure the pricing also very good. But why do we create a delivery document? Quickly over the chat. I have answers on the here chat. To load the goods, to dispatch the material, to ship to order, to load the goods, shipment, shipping to customer with the invoice, for logistics, very good Marlies, for logistics, for inventory purpose, for consumption of the material. So you will see that, there are the multiple departments are there, which we would be working. There can be a department set of people who are working on pre-sales. Then there is a set of people who are working on sales. They are booking the sales orders. They are making sure the contracts are there and sales orders are correctly created. And then a delivery would be created. Delivery is created. From delivery, it will start going towards the fulfillment team. Fulfillment team means they need to make sure that the sales order which we got, we need to make sure that the delivery has been made to the customer. Customer got the material. That is a fulfillment. Warehouse teams play an important role in the fulfillment. Warehouse team would be the one who would be working to make sure they are planning that how much of dispatch they need to do on the daily basis, picking the material, packing the material, and shipping the material. So we create a separate document, delivery document, because this is a trigger for your warehouse team or your fulfillment team to make sure that this is the part, this is the quantity, now I need to deliver it. Delivery document we created only 2-3 days in advance, okay, not in a 1 month advance. So this delivery document would be a trigger for your fulfillment team, warehouse team, or we can call it the logistics team. It would be a trigger for the logistics team ki bhaiya, now you need to make sure that you pick the material and ship the material. Delivery will happen, and from the delivery, once the delivery is created, then you would be doing picking, packing. When the picking packing is done, then you will be doing goods issue. Goods issue means the material got reduced. The inventory here got reduced. Goods issue has been done, and after the goods issue has been done, we'll send a invoice to the customer. And customer in return will do a payment. Customer will pay to us. We'll receive the payment. That is called the OTC cycle. Looks very simple, right? But there would be a lot of complications. There would be as such complication can be within the sales order itself. Within the one function, pricing, there can be a separate consultant who's just working onto the pricing part of the sales order. Things can be that complex. A single consultant would require within OTC, within sales order, working only onto the pricing part. There can be a consultant if the working onto the pre-sales part. There can be consultant who is working onto the fulfillment part. There can be multiple scenarios. There can be multiple integration with the system. There can be drop shop scenario, cash discounts, item proposals, consignments. So many different scenarios can be there which need to fit in. So generally this order to cash process become very complex, very complex. We'll see a very quick and very simple way to do in the system so that you have a exposure to the system also. Okay. I will take you through, I will directly do through the sales order, but quickly onto the chat, anyone has any basic question onto this OTC process, which we have quickly covered. Quickly, anyone has any basic question? If you don't have a question, I want you to type in the chat NQ, कि भैया no questions. No questions. The vendor scenario will also come. Vamshi is asking, vendor scenario will come when you go with the drop shipment or third-party sales, where your vendor is directly supplying to your customer. That will come into the drop shipment scenarios. I have a couple of more questions. Atanu is asking whether RFQ is only mode of inquiry from a customer. Whether RFQ, request for quotation, is only mode of inquiry from customer. Customer can inquiry from the different ways. He can send you email, he can give you phone call, right? It's the major purpose of storing this inquiry and quotation. One more major purpose is based on the inquiry and quotations, you are building your pipelines. You know how much of the pipeline you have, and based on this pipeline, how much of conversion you can get it. That you would be able to know. But the mode of RFQ can be anything: email, phone call. Sales order processing is part of which module? This full part is the SD, sales and distribution, where the sales order also comes as a sales SD module. Or if you're asking the business, sales team is responsible for the sales order. Missing AATP and BOP. This is the ATP I have written, ATP check. AATP we covered. There is a separate course for AATP which is going on. Only the last session is pending. AATP become a very big topic. We have almost now how many 16 to 20 hours of training only on AATP, right? So AATP, back order processing, a lot of things will come in which will make these things very complex. right? So that when we go into the training, step by step, we'll be learning it. The way we try to give the training is first, again, we will be discussing this process, but we'll discuss in much more deeper. Then we will try to do this process in system. We'll give you a customer, company code, plant, which we need to use it, and try to do an end-to-end process in system so that you know how the end user works, right? Then we'll slowly work into the enterprise structure, creating an enterprise structure. Then we'll slowly work into the creating of your master data, customer master data, material master data. Will be jumping into that part. Then we'll be jumping into the with that master data we have created and the enterprise structure we have created, we'll try to run one more scenario with your master data with your enterprise structure. Then we jump into the configuration part. The sales order type, item categories, those configuration will be going through. Then we go into the special business processes, right? Your scheduling agreement, your consignment process, third-party shipment, cash discounts, all these special functions we go ahead. Then we jump into the not AATP, ATP, available to promise, back order processing, how it happens. Then we jump into the pricing. Pricing we cover in very detail. So that is a sequence of learning. A lot of things you need to learn during the session. How can manage the bill to ship to address in customer requirement? The bill to address means that to whom you need to this invoice, to whom you need to send it to. That is your bill to. Ship to is the physical material you need to send to whom. So what Pushpraj is saying, let's say I need to ship the material to Mumbai, but I need to bill the material. I need to bill the material to the entity who is there in Pune. So my billing need to go to Pune, okay, but the actual physical shipment need to go to Mumbai, right? If that scenarios are there, we always have a partner functions. There's a concept of partner functions which we would be able to use it. And with the different partner function, there can be a sold to party, bill to party, ship to party. These different partner functions can have a different addresses, which can be used for the shipping purpose or billing purpose. Atanu is saying, I don't see any document from side which customer can inquire with. Atanu, your question is not clear. I don't see any document from side. Why do we need any document here from side? Which customer can inquire with? Atanu, I will give you at last to unmute yourself so that you can ask your question more clearly, but right now it is not clear to me. Output determination need to be done because I am saying that you are sending this confirmation back, right? You are sending this confirmation back to the customer. So with the output management, this confirmation will go to the customer. You are sending this quotation to the customer. So with the output management, this quotation will be automatically sent to the customer as an email. Please show to enter the delivery note. We'll be going through to create. I will quickly go through. This is not a 20-hour session. Make sure that this is just a 2-hour session. So I will show you quickly some steps. And you need to jump into to go into the more detail. You need to jump into the training sessions. Okay, but I will show you quickly a sales order, delivery, PGI, and invoice in the system. Okay, let's jump into the system and let's go through in the system. Okay. I'm going into our system. You will also have access to the same system. And I'm quickly creating a sales order. VA01 is a transaction to create a sales order. Okay. The first thing we are typing here is the order type. Okay, so based on this order type, a lot of things will control. So that you would be learning in the training sessions that there are the different order types, and then you would be creating your custom order type also. And there are so many things can be controlled through this order type configuration. So SAP gave a lot of for the different processes standard order types, and then you can also create your custom order types, right? When we jump into the configuration, that would be the one of the starting point of the configuration where we start talking about what is order type and how you can configure the order type. As a consultant, you need to take a requirement from the customer that what is the business process, and based on the business process, you need to configure the order type, and based on that configuration, the full sales process would be able to work. Just to give you example, we go to SPRO. We go to the SPRO configurations if the order types need to be configured. So this we will be doing it a lot when we jump into the different scenarios, and the configuration will be coming into SPRO. SPRO access would only be there with the consultants. Okay, and they would be making the configurations from here. So let's see under the sales document header, define sales document types. Okay, we were talking about OR standard. And under this, these many configurations are there. These many configurations are there, right? So we'll be going through these configurations in the configuration session, that if we change some of the elements, what would be the impact on the sales order? Okay, what would be the impact on the sales order if we change these elements? And this need to be done. This is the major thing which a consultant do, understanding the requirement and based on that configuring a new order type. Generally, we don't change the standard order types from the SAP. We copy them and we create a custom is required. So here also in our system, we don't allow you to change the order types which is already there. If you want to play around, you can copy it, create your new order type, and then play around in the system. But if you will change the existing configuration in the system, will block your access. So these are the things where basically SPRO configuration would be required. We need to go in and we need to do the things. So this is coming, the OR order type is coming from the configurations. Then we have a sales organization, distribution channel, division. I am booking this sales, but I am booking this sales for which department? For which distribution channel? For which division? To understand, this is called the enterprise structure. This part is called the enterprise structure. To understand this enterprise structure, there would be one full 2 hours of session only on the enterprise structure, so that you can understand what is sales organization, what is distribution channel, what is division, how they are connecting with each other, how technically they are connecting with each other. When you are going in implementation, how you would be able to decide how many sales organization, how many distribution channel, how many divisions you need to create. Okay, so there would be full blown 2 hour session only focusing on the enterprise structure. This enterprise structure also need to be created in SPRO. So in SPRO, if you will go here, I'm just showing you, we are not going into the deep, but just to show you, the enterprise structure would be there, definition would be there, sales and distribution. Here you need to define your sales organization, distribution channel, and under the assignments, you need to connect them. Under the assignments, you need to connect them. So we have already sales organization, distribution channel, division which is created. I have entered that this particular sales which is coming from the particular SGC1 and the distribution channel C3, right? Which customer this sales is coming from? Who is the sold to party? So you can see sold to party, shipped to party is there. To whom we are selling it? So we have this customer SGC1C001. We'll be selling it to him. So when you click it here, it shows you we have a two ship to parties. If you're selling to this one, do you want to send the material to this one physically, or do you want to send the material to this one? Similar ways, if there the multiple bill to parties are there, system can also ask you to whom, which bill to party you need to send it to. So this also need to be set it up, and you need to guide your end users to help them to create all these customers, sold to party, shipped to party, invoice to parties in the system. So this, if you want to see, is created in the system as a master data. So the customers, materials, everything need to be created first in system, and you need to understand as a consultant how to create it And a lot of parameters in the master data can also influence your sales process, your OTC process. So that also you need to understand which master data parameter will influence which part of the OTC. So in S4 HANA, we create them, we call the customer as a business partner. We maintain with the transaction code BP, right? I'm just showing you here. There are the multiple BP roles are there. There would be more than 2 hours. Sometime it goes to up to 3-4 hours of session would be there only on the customer master data to explain you what is customer, what is sold to, shipped to, billed to, how to create master data, what are the key fields are there to explain you that part. Okay. So under the sales and distribution, you maintain that which customer group it belongs to, which currency, and the other details you would be maintaining it here. This is as a customer master data. Right? So master data is important. We'll go through it. Configurations are important and transaction process are very much important. Because if you don't know the transaction process, how would you discuss with the business? How would you train them, the end users, how to execute the things in the system? Customer reference is basically the purchase order number, the PO number, which has been given by the client. That PO number, we put it here. On which date we receive the PO, that we can put it here. We receive the PO today itself, so I will put that today's date. Okay. As soon as I put the sold to party, shipped to party, it is bringing the detailed address of theirs because it is stored in the master data. This all information, payment terms, Incoterms, it is bringing it up here because it is stored in the master data. Now, which material you want to sell? So we want to sell, we have already created a material, FG01, SG01, SGC1, FG01. How much quantity you need to deliver? I want to deliver one quantity. System automatically bring that this is a juice apple in cases. There is also a customer material number for it. This is a customer material number, juice 001, which customer has created in his system. That can also come from the customer master info record, customer material info record. Item category is there. This item category will play a lot of roles. A lot of different things can be changed based on this item category. It looks very simple, small field, but very impactful. A lot of things will change because of this. There is also configuration to do that. What settings are there under this item category? Plant came automatically based on our master data settings. The plant is coming, that SGC1 is the plant from where we will be supplying it. Price also come, that 300 US dollar, we will be selling it. This, right? A lot of details would be there. You can go here and you would be able to check the pricing. There would be almost 6 hours of training only on this. Looks like a small window where the pricing is there, right? 6 hours of training would be there. And this is the most complex area. The pricing would be the most complex area. Rohan would be taking it. He is expert of it. How the price need to come up, what kind of discounts, how the discounts need to come up, how the taxation need to come up. That we'll be discussing here. This is the place where the pricing comes up. And then you need to check whether the schedule lines are confirmed. Schedule lines are confirmed for 21st of December. That's good. So with that information, we would be able to save the order. Now system said this document is not complete. That is another configuration we do in the system to make sure as per the business requirement, which fields are mandatory, which should be filled. If it is not filled, system will throw the errors, warning, system will stop you, or system will stop the further documents, delivery documents, everything we need to configure in the system, right? So it's saying that one field is missing. Which field it is? Let's check. Sales office is missing. So I will go here and I will also maintain the sales office SGC1. Now let me try to save it. Sales order 4432 has been created. Our sales order number has been created 4432. If I need to create a delivery out of it, I can go into VA02 4432. And then I can go ahead From here itself, there is the option of deliver. I can go here. We will discuss. There is a multiple ways to create the deliveries. There is a separate transaction to create a delivery. You can go to VL01N. You can go to VL10A, 10B, 10C. You can set up a batch jobs to create a delivery. So there are the multiple ways how the delivery can be created. Okay, I'm showing you. If you want to create a manual delivery from sales order, this is a quick way. You can go and create a manual delivery for the sales order. I will mention the picking quantity as a one. And let's also goods issue. So with this button, I am also goods issue. Goods issue means the stock will reduce. I have already loaded into the truck at this point. I have loaded into the truck and I want to reduce my inventory. I will click on post goods issue. So goods issue has been done. Delivery is created. Picking is done. Goods issue has been done. Now I will go ahead and I will also generate the invoice document. I'm generating this invoice document for 283 USD after the discounts. It's coming it up. I will save it. Invoice document has been created. I will go to again /NVA02 to change the sales order, or VA03 we can go. In the document flow, we'll be able to check it. That this was the order created. This was the delivery created. This is the picking we have done. This is the goods issue we have done. This is the invoice entry, and this is the general entry, financial entries, which has been maintained. Looks very quick and straightforward, right? It would not be that straightforward. Maybe for business operations, transaction processes, it can be straightforward. But to configure this process, the complexity which will come, there are so many different scenarios can come up here, right? So many different kind of pricing can come up here. So the one OTC cycle itself can be very complex in nature for the big companies. So that we need to understand, yeah, this one, if we want to deliver, what kind of master data, what kind of core configuration we need to set it up so that we get the desired results. So I've tried to show you in the system a quick cycle. Okay. Now I will show you a quick part here. So just to show you that 5th of January, we are having this workshop, SAP workshops. 12th of January, we are having a navigation workshops. You would be able to attend the workshop if you have enrolled for the course. From 18th of January, we'll have a continuous session on Saturday, Sunday, 7 p.m. India Standard Time. 7 p.m. IST, 18, 19, then 25th, 26th, then 1st, 2nd. A continuous session will be there on Saturday and Sunday, 7 p.m. IST. Beyond the sessions, you might also need to join some additional sessions. There are some additional sessions where the integrations are there, right? Let's say your STO. STO is the integrated part between SD and MM, right? Batch management is an integrated part. So there would be additional sessions you need to join on, and there can be some separate timing for it. That is the integrated session, which is integrated with the different modules. Okay, so to attend the integration with the different modules, you might need to jump on to some other sessions also. So before I go ahead and answer the generic questions, which has been often asked by the people, let me ask you if you have any kind of questions quickly. And then if I see the generic questions are coming, I will let you know. Rajat is asking, what about the interfaces like iDocs? So Rajat, we are delivering a lot of things here, right? I understand you need to learn a lot of things. So what I have done, I understand that when you will go for the interviews, the iDocs would be asked. So we have put it one session here that is around 90 to 120 minutes overview of iDocs. We have put it here so that you can understand the interfaces and the iDocs also. So under this course, there would be one iDocs session which has been covered, the overview of iDocs. Okay. How much month for SD module required? So around in 3 months of time, we will be able to complete this. It will take around 3 months of time and we'll be able to complete. Will we have a repository for recorded session? Will it have a lifetime access? We don't have any kind of lifetime access. We give you a 1 year access to our platform, and from our platform, you would be able to go through the recorded sessions. What additionally you have in the 1 year, we do the multiple iteration. So you will see in this year also, when you will be joining the SD batch, which is starting from this 5th January, you will see a lot of people was joining from the previous batch also, right? So we give you access for 1 year. In 1 year, you would be able to join the multiple iterations. There is no lifetime access. I am too against to the lifetime access. The problem with the lifetime access is you gather a lot of things in your laptop, a lot of PDS, a lot of things, a lot of Udemy courses, but your lifetime मिल रहा है, इकट्ठा कर लो, right? But at the end of the game, how much you have gone through it? Hardly 2%, 5% things which you have collected, you have chance to go through it. You will not have a chance to go through it. The lifetime access make you lazy because everything need to happen in a project mode. Everything should be having a deadline. If you're not able to complete with the multiple iterations which I am giving, multiple live sessions, access to the videos, everything in 1 year, you cannot also finish in the 3 years also. Okay. If you just want a surety, हाँ कि हाँ कुछ side में कोने में 50-60 videos I have, which sometimes if I need, I will access. By the time the AI would be that fast that AI would be giving you answer before you jumping into those videos, right? Okay, Naveen has a question. I want to enroll for SAP PP and my brother Sai Vishal wants to enroll for SAP SD. We both are in this session now. Is there any possibility to getting internship to one person? No, Naveen. No, no, no. It does not happen with that way. Whoever wants to do the internship, that guy need to have enroll for the two bundles. Okay, Atanu, we want to have a discussion with you. Please book a session with me. We see some requirements coming it up. That's why I was pushing you because of your availability. I see there are some requirements. We have at least 10, total 15 people required, but out of 15 people, we'll be requiring it very good 7 to 8 people in SAP SD within Sastrageek solution. Sastrageek solution has two legs, training and consulting. So somewhere around in March, around we require 7 to 8 SD consultant for ourselves itself. So we always prefer to give chance to our student. First preference is Gurukul. Second preference is people who have gone through the internship. Third, we take it from the other students who have joined the mastery bundle. So be in touch. Make sure anyone who is looking for it, get it completed quickly so that I would be able to arrange your interviews for the internal requirements which we have, which is coming somewhere around month of March. Sir, about the scenario-based questions, Rajat, the few days back, I have added almost 15 questions to the 15 scenario-based question to our the interview questions library. Around 15, 16 I have added, and it's continuously we keep on adding more. Bhupender, can you confirm that the scenario-based questions which I have sent over the email has been added now into the question library, interview question library? And we'll try that when we are creating this AI tool for the mock interview, that should also cover the scenario-based question. Interview scenario-based question we have specifically for SD. Last week only I have sent the support team around 15-20 questions. Pingali, last final, please explain once delivery note. Delivery note I have explained, right? Pingali, please raise your hand so that I answer your specific question. I went into the VA02 and then from that I click on the delivery and the delivery document created. I did the picking, then I did the PGI. If you have any specific question, I would love to answer it. Please raise your hand so that I give you the unmute access. Go ahead, Pingali. Are you speaking? You need to unmute yourself. Yeah, please go ahead. Pingali. Okay, Pingali is not able to speak. In between, I will ask the funny questions. Funny question is, sir, I am looking for AATP along with S4 HANA SD, but you have a separate enrollment for AATP. So which one I have to select? S4 SD training also cover the similar full training. No, the whenever we have a two trainings, the full curriculum is separate. Nothing, even 15, 20 minutes of maybe one session can be the common, where basically this time in AATP session also I explained about ATP. That can be the common. Rest all curriculum for AATP is complete separate. So we cover ATP in the SD mastery and we cover AATP advanced available to promise in the separate session, because AATP become very big, almost almost 16 to 20 hours of content is there only on AATP, and the 40 hours content we are covering as a live session for SD. So you can imagine how become the AATP, how big the AATP is. Pushpraj Mastery Bundle require SAP PP. Bhupender, please share the PP bundle details to Pushpraj. Shamili, how to book a one-to-one session? Bhupender, please share the link for one-to-one session. Bhupender or Aman Gaurav to Shamili. Yes, this recording session will make it available. Pingali, you are not able to unmute, so that I have shown you delivery documents step by step. Sales order, delivery, picking, PGI. So step by step I have shown you, right? First I created sales order, then I created delivery, right? From the sales order, then I created picking. In the delivery, then I did a PGI of the delivery, and then with reference to the delivery, I created invoice. Let me know any specific thing you want to understand in these steps, which I have shown. Kapil has a question. I have a discuss with the support team for end-to-end MES integration of S4 HANA with DMC. I am an existing member. End-to-end MES integration of S4 HANA with the digital manufacturing. Sorry, Kapil, we don't have it as of now. That training, we don't have it as of now. And even I don't see any trainer who can do this within Sastrageek. Vishwas, if you will raise your hand, I will give you the unmute chance. Let me find it out. Yeah, here you are. Go ahead, Vishwas.
Hello, sir. Sir, actually, my question is non-technical. Actually, I'm having experience of 13 years in non-technical field. I'm looking for a career transition. Is it possible for me to change the career?
Okay, so just hold on, Vishwa. I need to, this kind of questions I get a lot. And that's why I put it the general question often asked by the aspirant. So that is one of the question which has been asked. So I will answer that question first, and then we will proceed ahead.
Because most of the people here is from the technical background. but I am not.
There's a technical. Okay, so this is a question which has been asked. Can I learn SAP SD without prior to any IT or technical experience? Boss, when you're looking for SAP SD, you will become a SAP functional consultant. So to become SAP functional consultant, you don't require any IT experience, zero IT experience. You don't require any technical experience, zero technical experience. With zero technical experience, with zero IT experience, you can become a SAP functional consultant. So you can become a SAP SD consultant. The more important is if you have a business operation experience, right? Business operation experience helps you more to understand the business processes. That helps you to understand how these business processes are run in SAP, and that also help you to do the discussion with the client to gather the requirement or explain SAP to them. So in short, the answer is without having any experience in the IT, without having any technical experience, you can become SAP functional consultant. No issue with it. I hope Vishwas, you got your answer. Ganeev has a question. Uh, Implementation and support project exposure, it contains end-to-end configuration. Support project exposure, it contains end-to-end configuration and integration part with other modules like FICO, MM, and PP. No, Ganeev, you got it wrong. That integrations, okay, integrations and the configuration is part of the core module. So that is part of this part. Let me show you. So this one, SAP S4 HANA Mastery, SAP S4 HANA SD Mastery, this would be covering all the core configurations. In this one, it would be also covered the integrations wherever the integration point is there. Wherever the integration point is there in the curriculum, it would be covered in this part. All the configurations is covered in this part. This part, once you understand the configurations, once you understand the integrations, then how you will apply the knowledge to implement the project. How you will apply the knowledge to implement the project. How you will be creating the questionnaires. How you would be doing the fit and gap workshop. How you would be preparing a business blueprint document. How you would be analyzing RISE-FWs. How you would be preparing a functional specifications. Those are the things has been covered here. The core configuration is part of this one, this training. Pushpraj sir, discount. As of now, we don't have any discount at all. Whatever the discount comes, it comes through our LMS system. And whenever it comes, it would be published to everyone over the LinkedIn. As of now, we don't have any discounts. Atul is saying, if I have to join, what I have to do for enrollment because I am fresher, please make a note of it that please don't message direct to me. Put it to everyone. We have a support team. They would be able to help you with many of the questions. Please don't put questions direct to me. Put it to everyone. I am fresher and completed 12 commerce and working as a hardware and networking department. Atul, if you are working as a hardware and networking department, we need to understand what is the right module for you. If you have already made the decision for SAP SD, support team has given the link. You can use that link to get it enrolled. Otherwise, generally for hardware networking, people also try to check SAP Basis as a module. Okay, so that you can check it, or you can get the link. Please support team share the link again. Okay, many things has been already responded by supporting. Thank you. Okay, Vishwas, Shilpa. Okay, we have Vishwas. Please raise your hand. I'm giving a chance to Shilpa. Shilpa, go ahead.
Sir, I have 15 years of experience in IT industry, but I am in functional manual testing. So now I want to upscale myself because there are less chances right now for the functional tester in my organization and outside itself. So to upscale, what module is good for me to give a start? To add a note on that, I want to go grow as a business analyst because in my various projects, unofficially I have been worked to take the requirement from the client and pass it on to the development and support team, but my official designation is tester only. Now I want to be official business analyst or consultant. So please guide me for which module I should go for.
So, Shilpa, what is your education background?
I'm engineer,
Which engineer?
electronics.
Electronics engineer. And 15 years you have worked into the functional, into the testing.
Hmm.
And what kind of tools you have used in the testing?
Jira mostly.
Jira is the tool for the reporting of the testing, but you have used the testing of which product?
Uh, Generally, it's a GUI testing. For browser stack, I have used for the mobile testing, and for desktop, we just use the links, websites, and manually we need to test it. For the API testing, I used Postman, but most of my projects in career are for GUI testing itself.
Okay, there is no ERP involved in it.
No, no, no. Totally functional manual testing.
So, when you said that you have also taken the requirements and given to developers, what
Mhm.
kind of requirements it was?
They have been given by a client in the form of Jira stories, and I need to find it out uh, what is the correct requirement because of my experience. Then I need to pass it on to the development team or testing team and help them out for writing down the test cases, reviewing the test cases, scenarios like that.
Got it, got it. So, Shilpa,
Mhm.
got it. Right now, are you working?
Yes.
You're working. Okay, good. So you want to jump as a now full-fledged as a consultant. So with your profile, if you want to become a functional consultant,
Mm.
generally we have four core modules:
Mm.
SD, MM, PP, and FICO.
Mm.
FICO background you don't have, education background don't have, so you cannot go. PP we prefer for the people who have a manufacturing exposure. That also you don't have. So you have left with only two modules, either PP or SD. Okay, sorry, either MM or SD. MM is more about the inbound sourcing and procurement. SD is more about the outbound sales and distribution, right? So out of these two modules, you can select any one module. So you
Mhm.
can go ahead for SAP SD. The demo which you are attending right now, you can start your career with SAP SD consultant also.
Okay, so technical knowledge is required because long back I have left the coding part and I jumped into the testing.
There is no coding involved here. There is no coding at all involved here. Zero coding. So no technical background is required.
Okay, and most of my career projects are supply chain management, and one was for e-com website where I have checked for different types of payment modules. So anything related to that or not? Because I don't know anything from these two modules. Uh,
Yeah, so this is part of the supply chain module. Both MM and SD are
Okay.
part of the supply chain modules only.
Okay, anything related to e-com?
E-commerce is the next level. So we have a product called SAP Hybris, which handles a more e-commerce business. But I think you should go for SAP Hybris maybe a little later after completing SAP SD. Got it, Shilpa?
Okay, so Okay, fine. So first I need to complete first module. How much time it will take and all, what all information will I get by mail?
You can drop an email to support@sastrageek.com.
Mm-hmm.
Starting it on 5th January, it will take around 3 months to get it completed.
Okay, fine. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Hi, sir. Sir,
Hello.
actually, I'm having experience in a consulting firm. So SD is suitable for me or MM is suitable for me?
SD suitable MM. What kind of experience do you have?
I'm having experience of executive search, secondary research.
What kind of research?
It's kind of recruitment.
Recruitment.
Recruitment research.
Okay, if you are into the recruitment, you can also try to check for SAP success factors.
Okay.
That is more related to HR.
Okay. SAP success factor. Okay.
Success factor is more related to HR. It has some modules for recruitment also. That with that you would be able to engage more. If you don't want to go for that, then SAP SD and MM has equal weightage for you. Whichever you want to select, you can select it.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Sure. Okay. Naveen is asking PPPI is included in SAP PP Mastery Bundle. No, PPPI, we have included the overview of PPPI, and that has been included in the excellence, Naveen, not in the mastery. Go ahead, Pingali. Again, you can try if you can speak.
Hello.
Oh, there's a lot of echo.
This is good evening, sir.
A lot of echo.
This is good evening, sir. This is Sundaram, Pingali Sundaram, Bal Sundaram.
Go ahead, Balsandram.
Just now you said ना सर अभी बोला ना सर आपको सेल्स ऑर्डर के लिए डिलीवरी पिकिंग के लिए एक बार बोलना सर डिलीवरी का और पिकिंग का और पैकिंग एंड goods issue. Just once explain sir how to go that delivery note. If possible, I wrote a letter actually.
So we went into this sales order. Okay, and then we went into the sales document. We click on to this deliver. Okay, so when we click into the deliver,
Sir,
it takes us to this field.
sir.
It takes us to this screen.
Sir, display document. Sir, go slowly, sir. Please. I am written in the book, sir. Please go. You possible, sir. No, you have available time. आपको टाइम है तो थोड़ा स्लो में बोले सर. मैं बुक में लिखा है सर इसलिए.
Yeah. So,
Yes. Yes,
so what I'm saying you in the
sir.
sales order.
Sir.
Okay, click on
Yes,
sales document. Click
yes,
on
sir.
clear.
Sir, sales document.
Deliver.
Deliver. Yes, sir.
That point it is clear.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so system will take you into this screen. When you click
Display
on
document.
deliver, this screen will come.
Okay, sir.
No display document. When you click on deliver, this screen will come. In this screen, you have a picking tab.
Picking tab. Oh, okay, sir. Picking tab.
In here, you can put the pick quantity. So the picking is done.
Okay, sir.
If the packing is required, if the packing is configured, you can see the
Okay.
carton box here.
Yes. How many can? Yes, sir. Okay.
You can select the line item and click on this carton pack so that the packaging is done. Picking is done. Packaging is done. Then
Okay.
you can click on this button, post goods issue.
Postcode issue. Okay.
This button. So the post goods issue is done.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Right.
Sure. Yeah, Pushpraj, let me know what is your query. Or I'm just breaking a little bit. Let's go through some of the questions which most of the people have and you would also be having. One of the question I have answered. Let's go through these quick questions so that if you have these kind of questions, it would be clear to you. First question comes that why learn SAP SD and who should learn it? Okay. Why to learn SAP SD and who should learn it? So the question answer is that if you want to become a SAP functional consultant, there are a lot of people who are working in the business operations, sales business operations, right? And the growth into the business operations when you work it is very less. I met people, they have worked for 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, still got stuck with the package of 5 lakh, 6 lakh, 10 lakh, and then they don't have a steady growth. They have a very, the growth is stagnant. It is not a rapid growth, right? Because there are so many people who are working into the SD operations, right? There would be the millions of people who are working on SD operations. But if you will ask any of those people, do you know that how this process can be configured in SAP? How this process can run in SAP and how this process can configured in SAP? Out of millions of people, you will get that number of people. So SAP SD is a niche, right? Which everybody does not know how to handle it, how to configure it, right? So if you know that, then you come into the niche category. And with that niche category, you would be getting a very good opportunities and you would be able to jump into from the operations, you would be able to jump into consulting. Or from operations, you would be able to jump into the IT services without having any background to IT. Without knowing A, B, C of IT, you would be able to jump into the IT with this SAP SD. No coding is required. Who should learn it? Who should learn it? Who can go ahead for SAP SD course? Anyone who wants to become SAP functional consultant, especially the people who are the end users, SAP end users, people who are working into the sales, fulfillment, delivery, those areas people working in, they can learn SAP SD module. It's very easy for them. It can be learned by anyone who is interested. The people who does not know the business processes, they need to put more efforts first to learn the business process, then to learn SAP SD. The operations people, they already know the business processes, so it's little easier for them to learn SAP SD. Second question, can I learn SAP SD without prior IT experience? This one I have already answered, so I will skip this one. What kind of job roles are available after completing SAP SD training? After completing SAP SD training, what kind of job roles would be available, right? So when you complete SAP SD training, this training, you would be looking forward for the consulting job. You would become SAP SD consultant, right? And you would be working with a company who has already implemented SAP, supporting it where they are finding some issues and you are resolving their issues. Or you would be working in a company who wants to implement SAP. Then that is the implementation project. So as a SAP SD consultant, you can get a support projects or you can get the implementation project. As a support consultant, you can work, or as an implementation consultant, you can work. But after completing this training, if you are fresher, right, you can also look forward. A lot of companies prefer if they want to give a job into the business operations also. You want to become a sales clerk, you want to become a fulfillment clerk or fulfillment manager. For those kind of positions also, they prefer the people if they already know SAP, if they have already worked on SAP, right? So after completing this course, you can also go for the operations job, and that is very valid for the freshers who have zero experience. You would also be able to look forward for the freshers job where the SAP is implemented. You can join as a business operations, as an end user or key user. So you can become end user, you can become a key user, you can become a support consultant, you can become an implementation consultant. Those kind of roles, jobs would be available. Is there a future demand for SAP SD professionals? As I said, within SAP, within Sastrageek internally, we need 6, 7 SAP SD consultant in next 3, 4 months, right? So SAP SD, because you try to understand, every company do the business to generate the profits. How the profits will generate? They need to sell something. If they are selling something, it means that every business is there to sell. They are selling products, they are selling services, but they are selling something. They are selling financial equipments, financial services, they are selling software, but the sales is included. For all of these big companies, middle tier companies and the big companies to manage their operations, they require these ERP tools and they require this basic core module. That's where the SAP SD was there in demand 30 years ago also. SAP SD is in demand now also. The things which will change here 30 years ago, very less people was no. So if you explain a OTC process in SAP, you become a SAP consultant with that that much of knowledge. Now, because a lot of people already know it, so you need to go a little deeper and you need to go and deeper into the concept. You get some deeper and strong knowledge. If you can get this knowledge, the future demand for SAP SD is very good. I don't see it will lower down. The only thing is that where basically companies are getting settled down, there would be people required who can handle more than one module. People can handle SD also and MM also, or SD also, shipment or SD with TM, multiple module handlings might be required. But the demand does not go anywhere for SAP SD. It's a very good future. How can SAP SD training help me bridge the gap between business processes and technology? So when you're becoming a functional consultant, the role of the functional consultant itself is to bridge the gap. To bridge the gap between the business and the technology. What is technology here? Technology is SAP, right? Business is business operations. So we need to bring the business operations to we need to bring the business operations to the SAP, right? So that is, we as a functional consultant, we act as a bridge. To act as a bridge, we need to make sure we also know that how this business operations or the challenges which business has in the sales can be fulfilled in SAP SD tool, in SAP SD product. Okay. So this training will help you to understand that how this business processes can be implemented or can be fine-tuned in SAP product. So that's why the bridge would be covered in this training. That's how the bridge would be covered. Will I gain hands-on experience or work on the live projects during the training? You will get a lot of hands-on experience. Exercise would be given to you. Server access would be given to you. You have a 3 months of complimentary server access. You can go ahead, practice, and you would be able to go through the things. If you're getting some issues, challenges, there is a Telegram group. You can post your questions there, get it answered. If you are getting some issues, you can also jump into the live sessions. And with the trainers also, you can ask the questions, right? Whether you would be able to work onto the live projects during the training. In the training, there is a kind of a project which will go on, that a company code would be there, a plant would be there, under which you would be doing the configuration, right? But we give the more project exposure, we give it in the internship program. So to get the more project exposure, so we first trained you, we first give you the knowledge, okay, during our mastery program, and then the project experience you get it in our internship program. So once you have SAP SD knowledge, we'll consider, okay, now you are trained SD consultant, then you jump into the internship program. There you will act as there you will be acting as a consultant and you will be doing that projects also is a simulative projects. Make a note, the live project, anybody saying they will give you a chance. Nobody allows a people to handle their system when you don't have a knowledge. We give you the access to the live project in Sastrageek, but then we pay also to you. You need to go through the 3 round of interviews to jump into a live project. Live project mein kaam karna is not halwa. To get one guy onboarded to the client to work on a live project, you need to pass 3 hours, 3 round of interviews, which can total, it can be the 4 hours, right? So first you need to have that much of knowledge, that much of experience. If you can clear those 3 rounds, we will pay, people will pay you to work onto the live projects, right? So this internship project is a simulative projects, the projects which we have done earlier in the past, the similar kind of projects we explained to you, similar kind of business we explained to you, and then you need to implement that in the sandbox which has been given to you. What is a typical salary range for SAP SD consultant at entry, mid, and senior levels? So the typical range of SAP SD consultant will totally depend what is your existing salary. It depends on what is your existing which you are getting it. If a consultant can get 20 lakhs for a certain experience, but your existing salary is 2.4, 3.6, 4, 5, nobody will offer you 20. Very less chances for it. Right? So it totally depends what you get it. I always say don't go behind the salaries for initial 2 years. Initial 2 years, you gain the experience. Once you have experience, your growth would be exponential in SAP. Once you have experience, your growth would be exponential in SAP. Okay. Generally, you can start SAP SD if you don't have any experience. Okay. You can start somewhere around 2.4 to 5 lakh rupees. That is the range. If you don't have any experience, if you have some functional experience, what you are getting in the function and the business operations experience matters. Based on that, the start you can get it. From mid to senior levels, nowadays it can reach to anywhere from 10 to 50 lakhs also for the solution architects. Okay, even beyond that also. Do companies require SAP certification for SAP SD consultant? Whether the company requires certification is preferred. If you have certification, I have earlier also spoke that experience has more weightage. If you can add experience, first try to add experience. It need to work on the chronology, right? First to learn, then add experience, then add certification. Certification has importance. I recommend it. I myself have it, but don't go to the other way around. First doing the certification, right? And some people do from certification here, there, and there, sir, I am certified, not getting the job. कहाँ से मिलेगी job, right? First get the knowledge, try to get the experience. From where you can get the experience in Sastrageek, we have this SAP Job and Mastery and Implementation Project Exposure course that can give you the experience. Your internship can give you the experience. The Gurukul program can give you the experience and exposure to the implementation projects. With that, try to get the experience and exposure, and after that, do the certification. Okay, that should be the way forward. What kind of placement assistance is provided after SAP SD training? See, our placement process is SAP Job and Mastery, the course which we have created, and our internship program. That is our placement support. In that, we have a course created where basically we will help you to prepare the CV. Then there is a mentor to review the CV. Then there is a mentor to check whether you are getting the interview calls or not. Okay. Then based on that experience, when you go into the market, you definitely get the success. On top of it, we have internal requirements, at least 6 to 7 students in last 3-4 months, we have released offer to them. We have onboarded them with us only. We also have requirements, so we always give prefer to our students in Sastrageek solutions. Then we also forward your CVs to the other places where we are associated with. Okay, with that, all the questions, generic questions has been answered. If you still have a question, you can raise your hand. We'll unmute you so that you can ask your question. I can see Siddharth has his hand. Go ahead, Siddharth.
Hello.
Yes, Siddharth.
Good evening, sir. So I just wanted to ask, sir, actually I have done BBA and can I do FI? So the question is like this, can I do any core module? And the next question is internship, I'll have to go for mastery along with excellence, right?
Right,
Right.
right.
So these two
You have to
questions.
go with mastery and excellence. So you have done a BBA. After BBA, any kind of experience?
No, sir, no, sir.
Are you currently working?
No, no.
Before BBA, any experience, or during BBA, any experience?
No, sir, actually I did BBA from this Indore, and I did in foreign trade, international business. That was a
International
specialization.
foreign trade you have
And I
done.
have more inclination towards PPA. Like I'm unable to understand sales that much, but PP is something that I am like production planning and manufacturing.
Production planning,
Yes, sir.
manufacturing. Do you have any exposure to manufacturing?
No, sir. That's normal. I mean, I am associated with my family business, so just got to understand how they like normal like.
What kind of family business do you have?
So they what they do is they pulverize the stones and they uh, ship it to the manufacturers who manufacture fertilizers and soaps and all.
Mhm. Okay, okay. So with your exposure, if you just straight away come to me and ask me, I might not be suggesting you PP because you don't have a manufacturing background. But if you say that from the family you have a manufacturing background, you can go ahead with the PP. The best program which can suited you is the Gurukul program, not even the internship. With the Gurukul program, you can join Sastrageek Solutions. You can have a very intensive training, and then you would be able to progress ahead. You would also be able to showcase some experience when you're going outside.
With that Gurukul program, like we'll be going for PP module only or some other module. Like what
Gurukul
will be the
program, you
module?
can select, you have access to all the modules.
Oh, okay, okay,
We need to select at least two modules.
okay,
One would be the PP, and second, we can discuss more.
okay.
The first time when you are speaking with me, without having a knowledge that you have some family background, if I might be suggesting a module, I might be suggesting SD.
Okay. Got
Okay.
it.
But
Yes,
it will go one by one, not both together. So
yes, sir.
first will be the SD, and then you will be going ahead with the first PP, and then you will go ahead with the other module.
Yes, yes, sir. Got it.
So reach out to support team and ask for the Gurukul program. They will explain you, Siddharth.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sure. Shilpa, do you have any further questions?
Yes, sir. I had two questions. One is I want to do this code because I want it as a added experience in my existing working area. Because right now I am just functional without any experience in technology. Okay, so will it be worked as a added advantage for me, or shall I start from the beginning and my 15 years of experience will just go off?
No, 15 of experience will not go off. I would just, if you don't mind, what is your approx CTC?
It's 13.5.
13.5. So what we would be doing, we need to showcase that at least last 3 years, okay, you have worked with SAP. That kind of manipulation we need to do in the experience. Otherwise, if you will go with the zero experience, with your existing experience, and then you say that you know SAP SD, then you would not be able to get the package which you are looking for. Okay, so we need to manipulate the experience that last 3 years you need to showcase. And that is not like that you are just manipulating like that. For that, you need to put a lot of efforts during the training and internship so that you would be able to add that kind of experience.
Okay, because basically I want growth in the salary and that's why I'm looking for something extra. So will it be the right choice for me as a PhD?
Yeah, that is a good choice for you. You can go ahead with SAP SD. Make sure when you're going ahead with, go fully with it, with all of the efforts which is required, so that you would be able to become SAP SD consultant, and then there would be rapid growth in that area.
Okay. Second question is what role I will be applying for? Like as right now I am test lead. So will it be a test lead or business analyst or consultant?
Right now you are what, sorry?
Right now I am test lead.
Test lead, yeah. So you would be going for a consultant role.
Okay. Is it similar to business analyst designation, which is present in my organization?
Yes, you can say that very close to the business analyst.
Okay, fine. You have suggested me one more module, so just guide me briefly. Which one shall I select? One you said that SAP SD, and second you said me that Hybris. So could you please be more specific?
SAP SD.
Okay, thanks.
Uh, Merlis has a question. I only need to training on AATP, BOP. What would be the possible also? We have training for that, Merlis. Bhupinder Raman, please give SAP AATP training link. There's a separate training for this AATP, Advanced Available to Promise. Go ahead, Funny.
Yeah, hi everyone, and hi Parminder. My experience is totally into SAP SD so far with the 7 years of experience, and totally into the ECC side so far. But I want to update, as you know, the market wise, you can see a lot of people are asking for the S4 HANA implementation and greenfield implementation for the S4 HANA. So when I gone through your website, I found few contents like few courses, trainings like S4 HANA Gamery and Mastery and Excellence. A bit confusion with those word terminologies, what you have used and made the training courses for each and everyone. So, what is my question here? Apart from those all, what I'm looking actually S4 HANA SD, what are the new simplification came up and what we need to learn according to the S4 HANA side. And also AATP, I'm also looking for that full-fledged AATP. So as you have mentioned earlier for my question, AATP is separate course is there, which is not covered under the, even though the mastery or excellence, anywhere it is covering, because one is the course which is costing huge for the S4 HANA SD, which is gamifier. I can see that. So will it cover that AATP full-fledged over there?
No, so let me simplify for you. So you need to go for SD Excellence Bundle. Okay, in SD Excellence Bundle, we have a new things which has been included in SAP SD. It would be coming with the 3 courses. One is the SAP SD Excellence, which talks about the new things which has been added in SAP SD, credit management, settlement management, and the different Fury applications, conversions, activate, a lot of new things which is there is part of the SD Excellence Bundle. This bundle will have 2 additional courses. One is A to Z Fury. A to Z Fury is the additional course which we will be getting it. A to Z Fury for functional consultant, which is dedicatedly talking about the full functionality of Fury, which a functional consultant need to understand. Then one course you would be having migrations, SAP S4 HANA migration, talking about how the HANA migration cockpit would be working, which is a new thing in SAP S4 HANA. So these 3 would be the major courses. Then we have additional courses for certifications, for interviews and other things. But these 3 would be the major courses in excellence, plus 3 months of server access. So these are all self-paced courses. We don't do the excellence anymore in the live sessions. Plus, AATP is a complete separate course, which is neither part of mastery nor part of excellence. So you need to go ahead with SD Excellence Bundle plus AATP to fulfill your requirement.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Thank you.
Sure, thank you. Okay. I have answered all of the questions. So if we don't have any question anymore, we'll be ending the session here for today. Thank you everyone for giving your valuable time over the weekend, and we'll connect with you on 5th of January when we'll jump into the uh, our workshop, SAP S4 HANA workshop. Thank you everyone. Have a good day ahead and bye bye for now.